We got there in the end.
What are you doing?
I felt I was in the moment, Dan. I felt I had to do something. Something I did. So we are here with our second game of the evening, which is... Let's have a look at our schedule so you can see what our second game of the evening is. And then our third.
It's
That's
Nihilum versus
liquid, yeah.
Oh, we got there in the
Oh,
end.
yes, we timed out. Jinx! Now you can't talk.
Stop.
You say
Stop.
in Swedish. You say smurf.
What?
Smurf.
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 As the Smurfs. You know the. Are they called Smurfs?
Or the small blue people.
Yeah.
Smurf.
Yeah, the Smurf. And if you would have said Smurf, I would have to say Gargamel, which is the evil guy.
What the hell? This is so random.
I thought yours was bad, but that is 10 times worse.
Yeah, it makes
incredibly random.
absolutely no
Smurf.
sense.
Gargamel.
But you don't have to do this.
Yeah, but it's like... I imagine if someone's saying Smurf and then someone's saying Gargamel, there's some kind of excitement going on. Gargamel! Gargamel! Is there a purpose to this? Do you win? Do you win?
Do this.
Do you win by saying Gargamel?
Yeah, and that's the worst part, because then you always lose if you say Smurf. So it's the worst game ever. Because if you say Smurf, they can just say Gargamel, and then you can't speak. It's...
I don't know where these... I preferred solo casting, I've got to be honest. It's ridiculous.
sancz, it's the grey.
Producer was like, hey, we're going into the knife round. Then he goes back to the camera, and there's no knife. There's no knife round. But, guys, make sure you follow the channel, because we've been... By the time we finish this, we will have been casting for around 12 hours. And in that time, I think we can get to 575,000 followers. And if we do, it means we give away a bayonet. I always forget what it is, even though it's my own bloody knife. A bayonet Crimson Web minimal wear, and a field-tested howl.
But if we don't get to that number of followers after casting 12 hours, that means we failed, and the entire 12 hours of casting was pointless. It's all pointless. There is no point.
So make sure you hit the follow channel, because we want to give you skins, including my own skins.
All the skins.
I've given away a flip knife. Actually, never mind, we'll talk about it later. We are into the pistol round. We've got double diffuse kits again. This seems to be coming out more often. But look how different the layout here is from Team Liquid. Excuse me while I try and speak English.
Did they actually replace automatic with desi? Is this a stand-in?
He's playing for them. You see the lack of the logo there, but we'll come to that in a second. Normally, Team Liquid go for one player towards B, maybe playing from like the car position. This time they're deep into A, and they're keeping 3 people there despite having significant control of A main already. They're having a bit of a tease there from desi, the stand-in, towards the door. Again, desi did leave elevator a few weeks ago, and look, now we're just having almost a gravity rotation from both sides towards B bomb site.
Yeah, we've got a nice take here. There's really nothing Liquid can do from this point. SEMPHIS coming up with a double. Hiko with one of his own. And yeah, this team with desi on it as well, just on paper, looks really strong individual skill-wise. Because valens is awesome individually. SEMPHIS as well. Hiko, of course. sancz has also been going huge, and desi is in there as well. And of course,
you just see?
Reese was showing. Yeah, EliGE has been coaching them for over a month now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's been known.
EliGE hashtag no sleep. Welcome to the team of no sleep, because we're not the team Nihilum. Anyway, we're going to see 3 CTs now over towards the B bomb site, but they're stacking the wrong side, at least for now. Who knows? Maybe you'll see the rotation into the stack from Nihilum.
And it is a full force buy from the CTs, and we haven't seen a single one force buy second round from the CTs in all the games we casted today. So let's see if Liquid will be the first one.
All right. Ooh, that nade's going to bounce, and it's going to do no damage. So a bit unfortunate there. Maybe a Molotov would have been more appropriate, because there is a CT lurking. 2 frags, 2 headshots coming in for the Nihilum side so far. Hiko's on a lurk. He's going to creep behind the van like he's someone from the wire. FugLy and flowsicK remain here, and they may opt to try and save what they have for the remaining rounds. The coming round, remaining rounds, makes no sense.
Yeah, and once again, the force buy on the second round fails for the CTs, which means they have to full eco this one, probably going to lose that one. Then the first weapon round, they're going to buy without nades.
Let's take a stand. Yeah, let's take a stand. Let's stop the forces. Stop the forces.
I'm going to call it right now. Nihilum is going to be down either 5-0 or 5-1, because if they win the first weapon round, they will probably lose a lot of players since you don't have nades to work with.
You mean
and
Liquid?
they might
Liquid will be down 5-1, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sorry. Liquid, of course. And, yeah, that would be hard. The ninja diffuse there some way. Yeah, and even if they win the first one, they're probably going to go down a lot of players, so probably going to get mana reset the round after. So
I don't like force buying on second round because I like saving for it.
As CT, it's very difficult to make it work, especially now teams are figuring out how to use Molotovs and how to use the SMGs. They're very strong. Either way, we're into a pretty fast B play. This is again a nice way to go for the anti-eco. We didn't see a huge amount of nade usage here, but they are going to try to make it work, even though they're going into the stack. And we need to see the nades here. They need to be using the nades, using the Molotovs, but they actually don't have any Molotovs, it would seem. So they're going to actually boost out into mid and just go for it, which is kind of nice after discovering that it's a B stack. And the thing is, though, is that they actually lost a couple players doing that. So we'll have to see if they can recover nicely here. Cannella has been picked up onto flowsicK, and we have adreN who has an MP7 as well. So damage could still yet be done here by Liquids.
desi knocking for Nitro. That's a nice little duel going on, actually, and it will be desi to win it on this occasion. adreN blind sent into the wall by the school teacher there. He'll be shot in the back of the head as well, which is a bit extreme. flowsicK, last player for the CT side. He's got a good ult, and he will be looking to save it. He's got a flashbang as well, Dan. He wants to save his flashbang.
Yeah, so I mean, I want to draw attention to the fact that, like, earlier we had Virtus.pro and EnVyUs on a show match, and we saw, of course, a couple caches from those guys. And the thing that's very, very cool was actually how both teams understood very well how to do the anti-eco in that position into B with minimal losses, even maybe just one player max. But it was the fact that you can use Molotovs so incredibly effectively on the anti-eco, and it's such a low investment for almost what should be a guaranteed round with minimal losses on the players. So that's something that I definitely want to see more of in the future. But it's 3-0 as far as saying, we've got the buy round from Liquid, but it's not too strong because of the force.
Yeah, 3 players without a smoke here.
That's a pretty huge difference.
Yeah, the buy is ropey. Ropey like a 3 AM curry in Soho. Minimal nades here for Liquid, but we'll see if they can still take the round. Molotovs on the T side. And they will be in good use for the push towards A, should that be what they choose to do. And it seems they will, because there's 2 people in Squeaky. So even if they wanted one person to run distraction there, 2 people wouldn't be really efficient for that use. So it would be a bit of a traffic jam through a checkpoint. So the pop flash going to come in to main. And SEMPHIS starts to move away, actually, from Squeaky. So we'll see what the ultimate goal is here from Nihilum. valens creeping onto the side. It's going to find FugLy. Always tricky to find frags through that forklift, but he will manage to make it work. desi looking for Nitro again. When these smokes come out from the T side, it's always hard to actually push the site, and it can be very well abused by the CT side. And indeed, there's the abuse. The smoke disappears, and we find the frag for Liquid. So they will hold the A site for now. The bomb heads on its own towards the B site. Actually, no, it does have somebody there just covered by the bomb on the radar, but you can see that Hiko is going to be in tow as well. Problem for Nihilum is that there are 2 CTs who immediately go down together, almost synchronized, fragging there from Nihilum, leaving only Nitro to try and defend versus SEMPHIS and Hiko.
It's going to be pretty hard, to say the least. They've had time to actually set up as well. We can see one player towards checkers and one, of course, in the site on SEMPHIS. And, well, SEMPHIS is actually in a really good position to make a frag happen here, but he got the angle a little bit too late, but the trade comes in. And that's really the ideal situation there, of course, for Nihilum. Even though they did lose a player or 2, I mean, that's the first Baron being lost. And again, you know, as mentioned previously, Liquid now forced to have to save 1 round, and Nihilum are getting so much money out of this.
That was a nice round from Nihilum. Just opening with a default round, just seeing if there's an aggression from Liquid, then going for a standard execute. They went for a fake to a B push with the bomb. The only thing I found that was quite odd about that default was having 2 guys inside the door ST when they didn't. I don't think they opened it. Maybe they did. We didn't inspect that part of the map. But still, that seems kind of like overdoing it with 2 people inside the door.
Hiko's going to be the B lurker. Meanwhile, SEMPHIS opening frags onto the A bomb site. That's going to cause a rotation, maybe even a full rotation here. adreN going to go down. I believe there's a smoke in A main. That would make sense. Maybe go to V's not showing it at the moment. Must have gone now. SEMPHIS missing a frag towards Car. We'll find it onto EliGE, who will push with the pistol, and his push will not be fruitful for the team. So, you were saying it's going to be 5-0, 5-1 threat, and it's currently 5-0 to Nihilum.
One thing I want to mention quickly as well there, in that spot, again, you should be in anti-eco mode, and we didn't see any use of grenades from Nihilum. I mean, luckily for them, Liquid eventually just ran out and died, but had they decided to stay in the strong angles for the pistols, I mean, that's dangerous if you try to push into that without any nade support. It can go wrong very quickly with the strength of the 5.7s and P50s. So, again, that's something that I'd like to see added to Nihilum. And, well, this time it's not really going to go badly for them. We had the AWP on adreN as well. This is the first time we're going to see the AWP on Liquid. Now, will it pay off for them?
Once again, a very default round here from Nihilum. Bomb is towards mid, so they can just go. They don't have to commit for a site here yet. And as I say, very default player from Nihilum. They're not going to make a decision until there's probably 40 30 seconds left of the round.
Okay, pot flashes through mid to allow FugLy to peek. He will see that nobody is there. Who knows who's hiding there? The facts are it's going to be no one, but he doesn't have the facts, so he'll have to hang around for a little while longer. Again, Hiko still lurking towards B, keeping two players there it seems, and he's starting to move towards mid. May try and stop a rotate towards short from those players if they choose to push through the vent or Z connector. No frags for, well, actually sancz just goes down there to FugLy as Team Liquid will try to hold down the A site. 35 seconds left for Nihilum to make it work. Nitro will make desi fall. And the hold continues here from Liquid, only SEMPHIS remaining, but we know what kind of output he can do with the big green gun. 3 plays to find, the bomb to pick up as well, not looking easy for the last player on the T side.
Yeah, but actually just getting kills here is really important because their bank is actually really good. So SEMPHIS, his mission here is to get 1 or 2 extra frags. If he does that, he puts Liquid in a really pressured position. I mean, they're still going to be in a pressured position regardless because, again, you know, they lost 2 guys. You can see that their money kind of sucks. They're going to have to go for the drops, to be honest. And there's loads of cash in the bank here for Nihilum. So we're going to have to see whether or not Nihilum can win this round and break the bank of Liquid. Because that is the issue right here for Liquid. They need to get the bank going right now.
And I want to point out that as soon as Liquid got to that money so they can buy nades on all their players, plus have that off, they won the round immediately.
See sancz there running around with dodgy ping. Need to cancel those Christmas special torrents. 2 players already down here for Nihilum, so the hold looking solid here for Liquid. Nihilum have had 3 players just disintegrate here. SEMPHIS will try and get sneaky, but with no men down for Liquid, they will have eyes on main and find themselves a free frag.
Yeah, it was an interesting move from SEMPHIS kind of walking out the smoke there, so far away from his teammate, but Nihilum going to go in with valens, last man standing. If you again need to get some damage here, but there you go. That's actually that's so nice for Liquid. They got a clean round in a spot where their economy was more or less the biggest obstacle to overcome, and they did just that. And now we might have a pause incoming. There's some complaints in the sorry about lag or something, but 5-2 is the score. Got a short pause, and well, Liquid seem to be coming back into this one, but there's still a buy from Nihilum. What would you like them to? What would you like to see them do? Bjorn?
Nihilum?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they should just try to go for a fast execute because they should have noticed by now that Liquid won't go aggressive anywhere on the map. Maybe they should go for the wall of smokes in mid, go for a B split, but they shouldn't. The 31st seconds of their default round makes no sense at this point in the game because Liquid won't do any aggression, so you're just standing there waiting, you're just losing time, and time is a resource for the terrorists, so you're just wasting resources.
AK is coming out for the Nihilum side now. AK's nades, Kevlar, helmets, and the bomb. We will begin. You can see Liquid opting for 3 Molotovs, full defuse kits, lots of flashbangs of course. adreN will be unchallenged at the beginning of the round. Again, Hiko lurking towards B. Will have good distance away from those nades coming in from the CT side. You can see that smoke they've put down. As you run onto the site as a CT, you can, if you go from the upper part of B, you can bounce it off the wall to get the smoke there as fast as possible and try and get yourself a position in checkers, should that be your choice. EliGE going for an aggressive peek here, trying to find out some info, but Hiko's going to have the passive position, using those walls to his advantage, cover as much of his body as possible. We might see a late boost here from Nihilum into the mid area actually. Indeed, we have 2 players ready to begin the proceedings. desi heading over towards Squeaky to run shenanigans over there. Liquid positioning 3 players over towards A. One will be rotating between A and mid. They will send a 4th person over towards mid as well. First frag though, going to go the way of EliGE.
Yeah, we're going to have, of course, a bit of a rotation happening slowly but surely as they start to work out what's going on. But we have these spread back into mid from Nihilum as they look to set themselves up for a B split. And this is a nice kind of movement to make because Liquid, although having 5 players alive, they don't have any info as to what is going on right now. Nobody to spot what's happening, and there's a bit of pressure towards short, but that peak is going to get shut down, and the point of that was to delay the push, but they're going to line up a little bit there for flowsicK. He gets one as the frags come in for desi on the entry, but it's just him who's left at the moment for the T side here. Nihilum need a big result from desi. Oh, he gets the spray through the box there and goes for the plant immediately. Are there any nades here to toss in? Looks like there are not, so desi gets an opportunity here. Maybe he can make an extra frag, but they should get this every time, and Nitro will pick up the frag, and the defuse will come in. So Liquid did sustain some damage here, but they got a clean round in the previous one, and I think with the bomb plant there should still be another buy on Nihilum, but it's going to be close, I think. Okay, yes, I guess they shouldn't buy here.
No, they should just go for a full eco here. Maybe just buy some PT50s and some nades just so they can get a few kills in, but they should not go for the force buy.
Okay, so again, we're seeing the nades coming out from Nihilum. Specifically, they've got 4 smokes coming out and 5 flashbangs, which makes me, again, my question is, what is the purpose of these nades? What do they have to show us? And it looks like valens is going to be throwing a smoke to smoke off the peeking corner for car. You can see the red box there, between the red box and the forklift, and there it is. Now, there is a bit of a gap there, so if they try and go for a plant for short, they're probably going to get shot. And now that they've smoked off the angle onto A main from quad, where Nitro's holding, it's going to be hard for them to push through the smoke, find a frag, and get the bomb plant. So they've managed to get the bomb all the way down there, actually, but now they've lost the bomb to Nitro, as predicted through the smoke, and he's going to find 2 other frags as well, coming in one by one on Nihilum, with 2 more players spread around the map. 4 people alive here for Liquid, but this may prove difficult to get something significant done here.
Yeah, sancz with 2 frags on the deagle already, so he's proving quite troublesome. We got a big movement here from B, actually, from SEMPHIS. Sorry, and he's going to be coming in, and slowly but surely, if they don't actually check this, he could get a lot of damage done. There's 2 players who aren't even looking towards the CT connector there at all, and he's actually going to go towards car. So that's unfortunate, actually, because he's not going to see anyone from this angle. He'll have to go quite deep, and there's still a huge distraction being run by sancz. He's trying to create distraction still, as the attention of the CTs is towards his position, but he's going to go down now. And they still have not spotted SEMPHIS. He knows his position is very much unknown right now. He can't get the frag fast enough. That is so unfortunate for SEMPHIS. That extra kill could really have made a big difference.
And Nihilum should realize now that Liquid is not going to be aggressive, and I don't think Liquid has been aggressive in mid one single round, which means you could just take mid and force them to defend vents, because there's no point in not doing that when you know the CTs are playing defensive in mid.
Nihilum with the buy, with SEMPHIS on the AWP, heading towards the B bomb site. SEMPHIS holding the angle while we might see some fast aggression from the remaining teams. That nade coming in at another timing there from the CTs, but it will find no one. And this time it'll be EliGE eating a return nade from the Ts. So a bit of damage done from them so far. 2 towards the B bomb site here for Liquid. Only 1 person in mid, but not really going to be challenged anytime soon. desi heading back towards A to lurk and make sure there's no flank, make sure Liquid are denied the important information.
Yeah, it's slowly but surely a push to become into the B area there, as they have players close, 4 of them in fact, 5th one coming in as well, so they're looking all to go for B storage. This is a huge effort, and the pop flash is going to be actually quite massive. At least you're going to see so much there, but only gets a single frag. adreN is going to get free kill from the vent area, and I don't think he's even dropped out just yet. This is slowing down the push massively for Nihilum. They are not in the best spot, to be honest. The bomb is down in the choke point as well. Nihilum need to come out with some huge kills, and Hiko will deliver. Gets 2, gets 3 in fact, and will save the AWP as well. But that push with all 5 players through B storage was very volatile.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have worked though, considering Liquid had 3 players towards B. They had 2 people on the site and 1 guy very close to the vents there. So Nihilum with just pure individual skill managing to win that round. And still no punish for the 2-1-2 setup from Liquid. If you play the 2-1-2 setup as CT, the way you punish that is to take mid. So the CTs don't know if you're gonna go through vents or they don't know if you're gonna come up short, because right now adreN is just standing in mid. He gains all the information, and the other two players on the respective sides can just play the sides and can just ignore short or the vents.
And it's also a big concept to find the CT setup, figure out what the default is. There's also ways to test that with small peaks early on into the buy rounds as well. That's a really huge deal, and you can actually draw some examples from Dust2 later. I think Dust2 is always the easiest one to draw examples from, but we do have the setup coming in from Nihilum now. They're just going to try to go for this A execute. Haven't really spotted all that much anywhere else on the map. sancz will quickly spot one player towards mid, and now it's going to be the push into A. It looks like they might try to do a running execute, like we see from Envious, where you just toss in the nades as you run into the bomb site. And they're going to go in now for the Angels as well. And FugLy's on the bomb site. He's there with Nitro, and in comes the first kill. FugLy will take down valens. For a 5-on-4 here. Quickly getting trades left and right. The bomb dropped in the choke point. Here comes SEMPHIS with the AWP, misses the no-scope, and it's going to be all down to desi. He's going to gun down FugLy, looking for the next player. EliGE not yet spotted. Down short, but desi is going to go for that bomb plant, and that's going to give EliGE a nice advantage. He should get the drop on him. He's going to go for the jump spot, almost to take him down. Throws up his flash here, but it's going to be the frag for EliGE. He does a great job to clutch that one-on-one, and it's going to be another round for Liquid. Good damage done by Nihilum, and they got the bomb down as well, so Liquid are going to be in for another buy to be played by Nihilum.
Nihilum did punish the mid push. They just needed one guy to peek from mid main. There's a small peek, just as you said, Dan. And as soon as he did that, you actually saw how awkward the CT's positions became all of a sudden. One guy had to rotate back towards car to watch towards short. The guys on A cannot take the regular positions because they always have to think about any terrorists coming from white box peeking them. That was actually a better play from Nihilum, but it just didn't work there and then.
Liquid going for the dirty boost up, and they'll do it in time. So this should actually, I say that, but desi is already at the squeaky door, so he may hear the sound cues to give away the fact that somebody is boosted. It's very easy to hear from that position, so hopefully he has that info for the team. Just want to see what angle SEMPHIS is holding there. Just a normal peek angle. He can avoid the flashbangs just by crouching behind that box. So a nice angle to hold there on the T side. Again, Hiko lurking towards B. Being a nuisance and making sure there's no flank.
Yeah, so it's another round where mid is for free, actually, and they're getting away with this again. Valens is going to go down as Nitro was not discovered in that position quickly enough, and now desi's going to go through middle. Now they're deciding to switch it up for that B play, it would seem. And the CTs, of course, they have two on the B bomb site. So if there's a lot of nades for Nihilum to play with, they could actually, if they only had some Molotovs in this position to use, it would be so strong at just denying Liquid completely from a B defense. But we've got flowsicK up top as well as the players on the bomb site. So it looks actually like this could be a nice defense after all from Liquid. But we'll have to see now as in come all the terrorist players from Nihilum, and in comes also the flank from FugLy. EliGE gets 2 frags from the bomb site. There is finally a trade from desi. SEMPHIS coming in as well to try to make things easier, but he's now the only one standing by headshot, almost getting all the players of Liquid, but it's going to be flowsicK who saves the day. But 6-6 now the score, and Nihilum need a save.
And it's so hard to take that B site when you have little time left. I think they had 20 seconds when they came into checkers, and you have no Molotovs.
Yeah, no Molotovs.
Because then the players on site can just play the site and you cannot force them out. And the CTs will know it's a B, they have to commit to B because only 20 seconds left, which means they're just gonna throw flashes out high, throw flashes out low, and just force themselves out the smokes. It's just so hard to do anything there for Nihilum.
They're going to go in for just a straight up execute into the bomb site with, well, I say execute, but just move in together through onto that B bomb site. See if they can get some quick kills with the T250s, and looks like it won't happen. We've got sancz up there, but he's not got the bomb, so what damage can he pick up? I think the bomb's actually stuck in the vents there. There you go. There is the end of that round, and Liquid are climbing back in this one. Have they taken, how many rounds have they taken in a row here? They got quite a lot in a row.
That was an extremely weird headshot from EliGE. EliGE?
EliGE, yeah.
EliGE.
It was kind of crazy. So 2 rounds remaining here for the side for the first half. We're going to have that timing pot flash, but it's a little bit too late for these mid pushes maybe, as there's been much abuse to be had here. Almost Game of Thrones level of abuse to be had in mid, but will be all for nothing. So get the early push into the checkers area will amount for nothing. And something I wanted to mention actually 2 rounds ago was the CT's actually got a player stuck at the other end of checkers, and FugLy rotated from A towards B. And he could have got a nice wallbang and maybe a frag there, but didn't go for it.
Oh dear. Place gets sancz dead there by moving through the smoke. This round, though, opened up so much better for Nihilum. They completely forced absolute chaos for Team Liquid. The setup, where they were all over the place now, and it's unfortunate Nihilum have found this position whereby they've lost 2 players towards B storage. The last of the push is going to come into A, and although they have been quite quick about this, so if they continue the speed, the pace, if it's going to be high still, they will actually be able to get a nice situation on the player count into the CTs, but they've waited a little bit too long here, and we've got too many CTs on the bomb site, and they don't trade efficiently. It's Hiko who's left alive, who has to clutch this one now, and he's going to crawl out now and see if he can get something done here, and this could actually be quite interesting if he picks up the first frag. Now, going to be looking towards cart. Hiko climbing around the side by the bomb crate, and get the first shot, and the second one, Hiko almost making a clutch of that one, and it's going to be Liquid with another round, though. I mean, threat, they took mid. I mean, you can see how good that was for them. It gave them so many opportunities. Liquid were panicking.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that if Liquid didn't go for that force buy on the second round, they could be up maybe 11-4 this half instead of probably 9-6, as it's looking like they're going to get now.
They're showing their full buys are more than worthy against Nihilum, so that's absolutely true.
Definitely not a full buy here from Nihilum. You can see 3 Galils, sancz reduced to just a deagle. Nades quite missing as well. And again, they're going for this smoke onto the quad area, which will just make it easier for the CTs to hold. I mean, it gets them onto half the site, but not the half that they can plant the bomb in. And FugLy's going to have the angle onto the squeaky door, find himself 2 frags, trade coming in from desi. And again, Nitro just abusing that smoke to his advantage as the Cheese try and push through it. All kinds of madness going on towards the A sites at the moment, and the CTs take another round. We've actually seen some teams, I think in Europe, I think maybe TSM being one of them, who don't throw that smoke onto quad anymore because it gives them an early advantage to get onto the site, but then a massive disadvantage to push through. And again, you're seeing exactly how the CTs can abuse it. Unless you throw a pop flash behind it, which you almost never see in those particular situations. I guess it's hard to do when you've got so much gunfire going on to pull out a flash and
we actually, I think, saw, I'm not sure if you were casting it, but we saw actually someone throw a flash from main for a bunch of players. I think Virtus.pro did it. They threw a flash into the quad position, and they had no smokes in that spot, and the pop flash was all they needed to completely destroy the players in that spot. Yeah, it was really nice actually, and it made it so they could plant instantly. It was very cool. And we have the pistol around here, and desi's looking to get a little bit aggressive to find out what's going on in towards the B storage side of things. But he's actually alone towards the B site, and there's nobody actually close to him. So he's got to be careful with this one.
Exactly, and he is being careful. Very nice repositioning there to give himself the tiniest crack to peek through. But he's going to get hungry again. And he'll have 2 players to contend with, but he can use the wall to his advantage to try and move back. But he can't move back in time. FugLy will trade. This might force the rotation. We've got valens still in position, trying to find out info. Going to put himself in a sneaky spot, but depending on if and how the T's push, either he'll get 2 frags or he'll be traded here.
Yeah, we got 3 players moving in from checkers, and lots of grenades bought by Nihilum, and thankfully only 1 kit, which is all you need. And it's going to be Liquid moving into the bomb site now. Here comes the peaks from the CTs, but that is so many people to take down at once for Valens. He cannot actually even get a single frag there, and especially with the aim punch working its way onto them, and it's going to be another bad situation there for SEMPHIS also, as Nihilum look like they are going to lose this pistol round as the bomb goes down, and they're in a significant disadvantage. Oh, nice still shot there from sancz. Oh, gets a second one as well. This guy is going massive right now, but there's still 2 players left to deal with. That bomb is ticking away. Where is the kid as well? Oh my goodness, sancz, whilst running, picks up the 3rd player and the 4th one as well. This guy is something else, and it's going to be a defuse as well. I do not believe my eyes.
That was an insane individual and performance to take the round for the CTs. I already thought Liquid had that in the bag. However, sancz has other ideas.
He went Super Saiyan, you might say.
And it's funny that the score can become 9-8 now in favor of Liquid, and Nihilum has only won 2 weapon rounds in this entire game. Just forcing Liquid to ecos all the time.
or we're going to see an A execute, though, from Liquid with the Tech 9s. This could be very scary, and I'm curious how they will place their grenades, actually. Liquid, a team that like to study up quite significantly in rounds like this.
But this smoke execute may give Nihilum some time to reposition, maybe move back out of the site and play for a retake at range. We'll have to wait and see. So again, they're going to go for the same kind of smoke setup as the T's do. Hiko's positioning himself well, so if they go for pop flashes and he can defend from them, they're trying to flank him round the back of the red box, but he's going to find 2 frags. They'll see where the bomb plant is as well. The FAMAS is picked up by Nitro. 4 versus 3, and now the smokes go to the T advantage. Spray down coming in from SEMPHIS, leaving only 2 players remaining, and there is a huge rotation as they've gone for the short plant, and actually adreN is in position to hold it down.
Nitro at the quad box here with the Tech 9. He's actually delaying very well that he will finally go down. And adreN's just spamming through a little bit too early, but he can't see through the smoke. He's going to get the first player. He's going to run out of bullets. And there will be plenty of time for the defuse with a kit. And there it is. I would have loved to have seen Liquid actually saying, we're going to actually do this execute, but we're going to fake it. Because if you show an execute like that, was kind of telegraphed, but show the first one as a fake, and then maybe boost up through mid and try to catch something on the rotate, quickly go through vents. With the Tech 9s, those ranges are really good for you too. And then from then onwards, Nihilum can never know if Liquid are actually going to execute with that, even if they're on a force buy situation. So that's actually kind of powerful, and it's nice to see when teams go for that option.
Okay, with the plant, Team Liquid will continue with an attempt at a fast eco push towards speed. That nade will only do damage to EliGE, so could have been a lot worse for them. flowsicK running out blind, looking for help, and help he will find in valens. The bullet to the face, putting him out of his misery. The rest of his team soon to follow here, only taking desi with them.
This will be the interesting thing now, because we go into the buy round of Liquid, and it's always very interesting to see how the teams will take their default rounds. Will they go for a more pick-oriented play? Will they try to have less emphasis on picks until they get an AWP, but then focus more on saying, okay, we're going to try to execute some basic mid control, get the wall of smokes up, or how will they approach it? There's so many ways to actually do it on this map. It's a very cool map, and we're going to see from Nihilum that they'll place a couple players in mid to begin with, as well.
Alright, so we've got a 2-man push through Squeaky, and they're going to meet with Nitro, who's holding an angle here. And that's a nice tight angle. It's going to be hard to catch him, but both teams will back off. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 now as they try and challenge for control of the area. Slowly peeking is Nitro, and he will realize that the area is his. But Nihilum with an important boost here on sancz. He will hear EliGE below him, and EliGE is going to find the frag. Things getting a little bit crazy here, left down to a 4 versus 4. Bomb headed towards the B bomb site. Now let's look at the setup here. This is similar to the RPK existence setup for Titan. If desi moves into headshot, he can throw a flashbang for valens to peek, which can... Oh, valens actually in the vent, but if he was down below, then that pop flash could kill the entire push here for the CTs. For the T, sorry, but he's going to go for the flank instead. That flash does come in, actually, and he finds himself the frag, and they may not... Actually, they have an idea that he is there as the last man is the one to go down. Trades coming in for both sides, left in a 2 versus 2 with both CTs in CT.
Yeah, we've got Nitro finally able to plant towards B storage as well. And Nihilum looking for the retake on SEMPHIS and Hiko. And this is going to be a little bit interesting. Now, will we get a peek out of Nitro? It would be nice if FugLy can come in to try and run distraction a little bit, but it's not going to happen. They're both going to get aim-jeweled 1v1s found by Nihilum. Exactly how they wanted to play that one. And it will be around for Nihilum. However, they lost 3 players and the bomb did go down for Liquid. So let's see how much money Liquid have. They have enough to get another buyout there. So Nihilum not out of the woods yet, but they're building a lot of cash actually. They're pretty good on the money, to be honest.
Very close round there, and sancz deciding to go aggressive over the booster when they have a 5v4.
Yeah.
Very strange decision, especially considering that there were 1 minute left on the clock. So
it's very early timing.
Exactly.
To get good information.
Okay, so the CT's spread out across the map. 2-1-2 set up from Nihilum, as we saw from Liquid in previous rounds. Looks like, though, Team Liquid are going to go for a push through mid, and indeed, we will see the retreat there, and short will be played by sancz. So they'll give up mid, they'll give up information. Although, I think we might see a peek and did a pop flash that's going to come in towards A main. And maybe sancz will go for a flank here, or maybe he'll hold his position. We will wait to find out. They're going to set up a crossfire between main and the car area Although SEMPHIS is going to go for the information and be punished for it by FugLy. The bomb going down in A main, but the trade's coming in from adreN. This will cause the full rotation from the CTs as they have almost complete information now. flowsicK going to get almost a free frag into mid there, but he can't find the head in time. Takes down the rotation instead, so Nihilum at a significant disadvantage, which continues to get worse, only valens surviving so far.
And Nihilum really needs to save her. I actually think if we bring up the economy here, yeah, they should maybe be forced to one eco. $6,800 on SEMPHIS, so he might drop some weapons, but it's gonna be a tough decision for Nihilum if they're going to buy this round. If valens manages to save here, I think they're gonna go for the buy.
He's got 2 players close. They are swarming like the Zerg army, but in the wrong direction for now, so he should be good to go.
Yeah, it's a really important save. Yeah, they can definitely get the drops going here. And well, it's actually hard to say. I mean, I would like to see Nihilum playing with more orbs, and I know that SEMPHIS likes to actually, he can actually gain a lot of edges with his orb, so they can actually get it out here, and they will have enough for 5 smokes as well. So we should see a decent round here from Nihilum.
Very just a quick note: valens popped the vent on the CT side. On the B-bomb side, so they can boost into that later on without it being detected necessarily by Team Liquid.
I don't think you can break it with the silenced USP since they patched it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, and that's like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't hear the dink actually. I was thinking
that
there's only one reason why he shot there.
Yeah, it was to break the vent, but you could do that before, but then they patched it and changed how the
wallbang works.
Yeah, wallbang works, and then you can do
well, something for the Nihilum side to learn. As Team Liquid start to move towards the vent. They haven't taken it just yet, maybe trying to punish SEMPHIS, but SEMPHIS will be the punisher on this occasion. Man down for Liquid, and this is a crucial round for them to try and break Nihilum. They still have control of mid, no more vision for the CTs. Timing smoke's coming in to try and slow things down here. 35 seconds left on the clock for Liquid to commit to a site, and Nihilum maybe banking on it being the B-bomb site will put the 3rd man there.
Yeah, they're going to make the execute into the site now and looking for the entries. First one on SEMPHIS is going to be happening very easily, but there's still 2 more players on the side actually, and valens is behind the smoke. They will have no idea he's here. This is actually a sick position. If he plays this correctly, he could shut everything down. Gets the first player, peeks for the second, but Nitro has the angle, and there it is. EliGE as well gets a good spray down onto sancz, which will knock him down to a measly 34 points of health up on the ramp area. And we'll have to see whether or not they can actually make something of this in this position. Oh, how does he get the snap there? EliGE goes down quickly, and that's a 2-on-2 again. But Nitro is strong on the bomb site. Is going to be able to deny sancz as Hiko goes in. Last-ditch attempt, perhaps, but he's actually going to say, you know what? My chances here are pretty much nil, so I'm going to back away.
He's got no kit, that's the problem, because he was so close to being in headshot and then just pulled out, realizing maybe that there was no kit, so that made his chances significantly worse. Otherwise, the clutch may have been on, but it wasn't, and Team Liquid will take a round.
And Nihilum will be forced to eco. As you said, their mana have been reset here, so they should have just saved the weapons when they were in 2v3 and the bomb was ticking pretty fast. Because, yeah, look at their economy now. 4 people with under 2k.
Okay, so we've got early nades coming in, but mid has been abandoned by the ecoing side. And Hiko will be over towards the B bomb site. It looks like they might be trying to... Sorry, the A bomb site, it might be trying to boost them up indeed. They are doing exactly that. So, looking for the power play, but again, with no vision of mid and the T's in complete control, we may not see the numbers going through A main. They will rotate the rest of the team towards B, it seems, and leave Hiko standing tall over towards A. Where, worst case scenario, he can try and save his gun.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough situation here for Nihilum to get anything done in the save. I mean, going to happen for Hiko. He's got to keep that rifle alive. But good damage on the X's potentially here for sancz and for, of course, his teammate SEMPHIS. SEMPHIS has now been able to pick up an AK. He's going to try to run with that, which is very smart indeed. Now, Liquid really should want to actually try to hunt these weapons down. They've got a lot of money in the bank, and this would really cripple Nihilum's opportunity in future rounds to actually have good buys going for them. And we've actually seen that so far Liquid's buy rounds have been consistently able to deal with Nihilum's setups, whereas that case cannot be said in reverse. we saw that it was Nihilum unable to punish Liquid's CT setup. So this actually does look quite good for Liquid to actually win this match. If this keeps going the way it's going, Liquid should win this match actually.
Yeah, the score is kind of close considering Liquid has won the majority of the weapon rounds. The vast majority even, so I'm kind of surprised the score is 12.
Yeah,
Nihilum just managing to win all the pistols and resetting Liquid's economy maybe 3 or 4 times.
Alright, so let's see what Team Liquid have to offer on the next T round here. 5 Molotovs, 5 smokes. So there are many options they have with these towards both sides. Currently they have the numbers towards A, with a lurker towards B and one just passively holding towards mid, trying to make sure that there are no pushes from the CTs. The only hole in the defense at the moment would be a boost over mid, but there is none. Only SEMPHIS holding close. He may find some sound cues for his teammates, but we're going to see the push through B actually. So 3 CTs there going to take control, and we'll see the bomb rotate towards A. EliGE coming into quad, finding the frag onto Hiko. That's an open A bomb site. Liquid might have some time to go for some post-plant setups here. They still have 2 mollies in the bag, as well as a smoke and a flashbang.
Yeah, this is really nice now for Liquid. It should be very hard for Nihilum to actually get frags, because the grenades only just went down as well, and the bomb. Oh, they're lining up as well for Nitro. He's going to get 2 quick frags. There's the 3rd one as well with the spray down, and easy stuff there for Liquid. And this is kind of the thing we're talking about here. That when they're able to get their executes going, Nihilum are kind of struggling, and now they're actually forced to. They should really eco here.
Yeah, they have to go for an eco, and that means we're probably going to be looking at 14-10 in favor of Liquid.
Alright, so yet more mollies coming out for Liquid. And you can't expect much from Nihilum, unfortunately, considering they're limited by fast push into mid on this occasion, making sure there's no funny business from these CTs. Might be paranoid about these smokes, however. Smokes have gone, and there are no gremlins in the smokes. Headed towards B now. Our Liquid side starting to open things up. FugLy taking down desi. So far, so good for the anti-eco side. Headed towards that 14th round. Valens going to go down. I think he's hiding in the smoke there. Just saw an explosion of blood, and he is no longer. FugLy bouncing around. And SEMPHIS is in the vent with a 5-7 and a and full armor. So he may be choosing this as a sneaky. I was going to say sneaky position to hide, but he's going to peek with all 5 players alive for Liquid and loses 5-7 and armor. So
he could have saved that armor, or even gone for an exit kill and stolen AK, and then he would have had AK armor for the next round.
Well, it's maybe last chance saloon here now for Nihilum. 4 rounds behind. Team Liquid are rolling in money at the moment. They're literally just covering themselves with chocolate and cash.
I wonder if we'll see an aggressive peek from SEMPHIS. It's actually something he used to do a lot on this map with the AWP, and he would find a lot of really good edges by doing that. But instead he's actually going to take the position towards B storage, which is kind of a passive position, and it can be quite scary. It's hard actually to actually emphasize your skill on and impact the round if they just don't go to B at all. And that could be the case here. Valen's going to have to smoke himself to safety away from the Molotov, but that means that they know he's sitting in that smoke, and you can see FugLy's looking for him. Oh, actually no, didn't spot him initially, but there he will get the frag in the end. And now we have a really awkward situation, because again, SEMPHIS is still alone on B. There's no control of middle. Liquid, all they have to do is go together in one spot. And play trades. That's all they have to do right now. And they're going to decide to go 3 players up short against the 2 players of Nihilum on the A bomb site. Rotation is slowly happening from SEMPHIS, but I don't think he's going to get there in time. Hiko's got to do a monster job to take these players out, but he is going to get killed immediately by FugLy. So now SEMPHIS rolls on in, and he's like, where are my friends at? Sorry to tell you that they're all dead.
He'll do what he can to save his weapon. In the face.
I
didn't know what else to say apart from
it sounded like so dejected there, so like deflated in the face.
I was thinking about something else. I was wondering how much money they had as well, so I was not really in the moment.
So it's just a reflex for you to say that.
In the face.
In the face.
And I like that Liquid is abusing middle.
Yeah.
Nihilum didn't do that in the same way Liquid is doing right now, and you can just see how you can just force the CTs into like awkward positions on both A and B.
I feel like I would have liked to have seen SEMPHIS be somehow more active on the map because, again, like maybe they have a read with the B, but he's so good at getting early picks on CT side, and they really need someone who can take risks for them in a spot like they've been in.
He has been taking a risk here and there though, but he's been punished for doing so. One of the notable ones, trying to be the third man on the B bomb site when CT was smoked, pushed through the smoke, fell down. Maybe he would have been more use later on, but you know he's been taking gambles here or there, but he's been getting shut down.
I guess maybe he's lacking some confidence on that now, being kind of the B reject player. So sometimes it's like feels like, oh, I'll just go B, guys. Nothing's happening for me. I'll just go B. But yeah, it's definitely, you can see it's difficult for Nihilum when they can't get those frags rolling in a situation like this. And you'll see desi actually took a peek in B storage there. You'll see nobody, but again, it's quite early in the round, so that information might not be good. And in fact, we're actually going to see them moving towards the B storage area. desi will take the first play. He's got to be careful now. Could get caught out in the open. Indeed, that's going to happen. He gets the frag. He gets 2 kills there. I don't even know how they got the second one. I think he got the wall.
He got three.
Through the player. And that's ridiculous right there. desi is making this happen right now for Nihilum in this round, and the bomb is suddenly halted.
FugLy and adreN left. They've picked up the bomb, but there's still 2 players to contend with over towards the B bomb site. Nihilum might just keep these players here for a few seconds until they think that maybe they could be elsewhere. Oh. Need to get their smoke out sooner rather than later. And so you don't want to get caught with an nade in your hand. So they're going to take the B bomb site. We'll see the bomb go down. Good damage taken there. And that nade will add to that, leaving FugLy on 22 HP. Now, 2 versus 3 hold for the T side. FugLy stuck on the bomb site. adreN trying to take down the vents. They've identified where all the players are. They're from above. Hiko with 2 frags. But a small note there. Nihilum took the round. But if you saw the setup for Nihilum towards A, they had sancz on a 5-7 and Hiko on a FAMAS. And Hiko was playing the kind of standard bomb plant corner with the FAMAS, and sancz was on the rail around the corner from the car with the 5-7. And I really think those weapons should have been in the other way around, because if sancz is close with the 5-7 on the site, then he can get the 1-taps rather than being the further distance away.
The thing is, like, desi almost will never get 3 kills there in that spot as well. That's like so hard to do. He like wallbanged through one player onto another, I think was how he got one of those frags as well. So if that's what it takes for Nihilum to win these rounds, they're definitely need to look for some more answers as well. Ooh, that's so strong. Hiko's got some timings on that door spam.
Indeed, nice, he does. And Nitro is left with 3 HP. I can count that on one hand.
I should hope so.
Just about that. Anyway. 4 people. I don't even use support. I'm done.
Right, fair enough.
I want to point out one thing here. Liquid bought 5 Molotovs instead of 5 HEs. I really like that.
Thank you. Thank you, Liquid.
Yeah, you should always prioritize the Molotov over the HE, unless you have exactly $300.
Why, Threat? Why?
Because it's better, and it only costs $100 more.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better on the T side.
But why is it better?
Because you can force players out of position defensively, and that is so strong.
The thing with the Molotov, that you always get value out of it. Even if you throw the Molotov and they're not behind the box, you throw it behind, you still know that they're not behind that box. So you gain some value out of it. If you throw an HE, they can still be there.
I like that. There is always value. That's very nice. We're going to see the push coming in now through A main, and it's going to be an entry from EliGE, and FugLy over the top on the red container takes one down as well. Now, SEMPHIS is the only man standing that can really throw a wrench in the works, and he's doing just that actually, not only delaying but taking all the kills. So Nihilum will pick that round up, and Liquid, they need to close here. How are they doing on the money actually? Okay, they're fine. They're fine.
Splash to cash.
They have all the monies. Although it's weird that like no one dropped for EliGE there, because some of them are really rich, and EliGE has actually no money now.
5 Molotovs again.
Yay! High five, guys. I know it's seriously such a big deal, and what we're gonna see now, what kind of round Liquid have to play with, and we have 2 players immediately on the B bomb site from Nihilum. That's really strange to do that immediately in the round, but they're gonna actually now move 1 player out. Maybe they were afraid of a very fast B timing.
Nihilum with a significantly different CT setup for the reasons you just said, but also they've got 2 playing close mid as well. A rotation with only 1 player holding down A for the time being, which is going to be Hiko. Getting those paper cuts on that piece of wood there.
This is very nice. Wall of smokes is really nice here to actually just get that control of middle and get positions. Now they can just wait here as well and just push the CTs back from the short position. They don't have to peek short, but they can just push them back, and that's so strong.
Worth noting, they tried to force sancz out of this position. They threw the Molotov, and then EliGE tried to spray down as he would pass the point of his spray to try and escape the Molotov. Didn't manage to kill him, and sancz will go straight back to that point and get shot in the head by EliGE, so he finds his victory in the end.
This is actually a really well played round by Liquid so far. The only thing that could go wrong is if they actually challenge SEMPHIS on the AWP there. They don't need to do that, and we'll see that they're going to get the wrap into B. This should be game over here for Nihilum. This is a very strong push here from Liquid. They just have to execute the frags. Has to be down to the individual skill of these CT players from Nihilum, and they are going to come up lacking so far. The bomb will go down on B.
SEMPHIS and Hiko remain versus double the terrorist forces here, trying to blow up the B bomb site, and they may succeed. That's a nice Molotov from Hiko. Will force EliGE out of his position, and we're seeing the use of those Molotovs over the HEs, as threatn explained earlier. So, one more to find, one more to fall. Nitro going to go down, 2 versus 2. Clock is ticking. Both CTs have defuse kits, but they will not be needed as they will be eliminated from the map. And Liquid will prove victorious, taking it 16-12.
Yeah, that's really nice. And that round that we saw from Liquid there, if that was like kind of, not necessarily always a default, but like something that's very common from Nihilum, Nihilum probably would have won the match, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I completely agree. And just a detail with the Molotovs. They could Molotov out the guy from Sandbags, just getting one extra kill in middle, just from buying like a nade.
Yeah, also, I mean, we'll took the wall of smokes to get you there safely as well, and like always making sure that the vents are safe. Like it's so strong to have that map control. It's really powerful because I mean, Liquid were kind of giving away any vision of middle very, very often, and that's so scary. I know whenever I mean, I'm not a professional player, but I mean, you have been a professional player very recently, and it feels incredibly scary when you have no idea in your mind of what's happening on the map, and the T's could be anywhere in middle. That's like they can immediately be split or immediately A split. There can be anything that can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So scary.
That's what we saw in the beginning of Cash. Usually the terrorists always took mid and made that play. And then we started to see the 1-3-1 play from the CTs where you play 2 guys aggressive in mid. So you can go fast to the defense if they push B. You can go for the flank boost if they do the A execute. And then we're starting to see a mixture of both. But in this particular game, we only saw the 2-1-2 setup from both CTs. And the way you punish that is the way Liquid did. They only have one guy mid, probably peeking from connector or white box. And he's very easy to like scare away. Because he's going to start peeking with AKs. He cannot take the aim duels by himself, obviously. Yep. He has to back off. And where can he back off? Oh, he can back off. If he's in connector, he'll back off to the car, which means the terrorists can walk up short. They can go through vents. And all of a sudden, it's so much harder for the guys defending the sites because they have to look at one extra angle, basically.
Actually, something we saw from the European games as well is that the CTs from MVS and Virtus.pro, they were always throwing an incendiary onto the boost at the start of the round, always, because they're so afraid of fast mid plays and fast mid control from the T's. Because with executes, even with the wall of smokes, it's really hard to play against. So just holding onto it at the start of the round, forcing them to kind of fan out so that CTs can get closer to the positions and get more info was really, really strong. Like it's like for the $600 that it costs to do that, because if they try to push anyway, then the push will be staggered and the CTs get really good engagements and there's no trades that can be set up properly. So that's what that incendiary does, and then it disencourages that, and then they have to play how Nihilum were playing for the next 30 seconds before maybe coming back for a mid take.
I recently watched a match of Vox playing on Cash as well, actually, and when they take mid, Sponge has a smoke. I can't remember exactly where he throws it from, but I don't think it's from within mid, basically, which smokes top short. You saw SEMPHIS, you know, they were playing the one player passively mid, and then he will exit once the T's take it. Then you see, like, for example, you might see an AWPer playing the A site. Like SEMPHIS, we saw him holding an angle there, down mid. Well, if you have, I think Sponge smoked top short, and then maybe he was in a main or wherever he went. But you know, that gives you a lot of options to rotate your plays elsewhere. And then again, if you choose to push short, then it's going to be even worse for the CTs. Or you might not choose to push short, but now they have no idea what's behind that smoke, and maybe they put less people on B. So again, that's another way you can just compound the problems for the CT side and make them commit maybe to the wrong place.
Yeah. I mean, like another point I would add as well, like we saw Liquid actually taking mid in that last round. They got the wall of smokes, they took it away, and then once the wall of smokes was dissipating, they already have good positions in mid to fight CT, so the CTs can't really fight them. They get like a free frag there, they go up 5 versus 4, they can get the execute into the B split going, but whilst the execute in the B split's actually already been called, we saw a player that actually went across the crosshairs of SEMPHIS, who was in quad with an AWP, and like you never need to go there. That's you're basically like you need to always with the advantage. I say this all the time, is ask yourself how can we lose this round. Giving up free kills, of course, is one of those ways by challenging in one-on-ones when you don't have to as the T's. You go in and trade because you have the player advantage, and by doing that, they even up the player advantage, makes the round easier. And the guy can play the luck as well. He just needs to stand there. He will hear the CTs running past. He can stand by the white box. Doesn't need to challenge into super long range or an AWP. I mean, there's no. I mean, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Okay. I just want to. All right. So that's like another mistake.
Sponge for Renegades now, not Vox. They have a new team.
Renegades is a cool name.
I don't think it's a cool name.
Always makes me think of Renegades of Funk. That's Rage Against the Machine.
That's
awesome.
Every gaming community I have been in, there's always been someone called Renegade.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't think it's cool.
Yeah.
Because it's very common. But I like their hats. The hat thing they have going on.
Yeah. Do you guys have any final thoughts, by the way, before we go to a break on the match?
I actually think Liquid outplayed Nihilum in that game. The only reason Nihilum got so many rounds was that they won both pistols.
Yeah.
And they reset their Liquid's economy, I think, twice or 3 times. So Liquid just outplaying Nihilum in that game.
Yeah, we saw like a really ridiculous 4-kill from sancz. That's highlight material right there. Like it's the run one shot into guy in B storage, for example. That was ridiculous. So yeah, are you done, James, as well?
Yep.
All right, guys, we'll go to a quick break. We have one more match here tonight. I think we're maybe in 20, 30 minutes. If I'm not in when? How
35
long?
minutes.
35 minutes. Okay. So we'll be back in 35 minutes for the next match. Stay tuned.